So I want to talk about this topic. It's about ad campaigns that are being leveraged to sell, which is common. Obviously, ad campaigns are designed to sell. But I want to talk about the old digital tactic of that hard sell that YouTubers leverage.
Like clickbait?
It's clickbait, but it's the fast buck concept, right?
Right.
I think a lot of people get caught out with this still. It amazes me that it still
works for some people.
Yeah, I say works. Like, it's so apparent in the industry still. It's still so apparent within YouTube, Facebook, Meta as a collective. And you see these campaigns of, how I made $1 million overnight. But the campaign isn't, and this is what I don't understand, or I understand the idea behind it, but what people don't see through is that they're not making the money on how they started a business. They're making a money on you thinking you can start the business.
Yeah.
Which is, so that the campaign comes out, it's like how I made $1 million in 24 hours, and they'll sell you a course on how they made $1 million in 24 hours. But what they're actually making the money on is the sales tactic of buying the course.
Yeah.
Not that they've actually made $1 million on a business prior.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Which is, it's like they're selling the dream, but the dream hasn't happened, but the dream is what is being sold to you, and that is actually what's making them money.
Yeah.
And that is still a marketing tactic that is leveraged in YouTube, in Meta.
Yeah, you see it all
today.
the time.
It's that create an irresistible offer concept.
Yeah.
It's the forget his name, come to the top of my head now. King Kong founder.
Sabri,
yeah. Who's fantastic at what he does, and kudos to him. But he's selling his own product.
Yeah.
But they're leveraging the same
messaging
concept to sell something that they haven't necessarily done, but it's to sell that dream of that you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
But what it causes, and this is why I want to chat about it, this is less directional in terms of content for you, it's more of just a chat between us, but what it causes is this idea that business is easy.
Yeah.
And it isn't.
No. You see a lot of it for, another one is it James Smith, the PT?
Yeah.
He has a similar concept of, targeting more the health, fitness industries of how he's built his business and how everyone can do it overnight when it did not take him overnight. It's not that simple. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and that's where these courses, I say courses, or these campaigns that are spruiking that marketing strategy. I say marketing strategy. You're very much on the thought train with me in this podcast, so bear with me. But it is around people talking that it can be done quickly. People can make money overnight. People can make business success overnight. It's 1 in a million with business success overnight. Most businesses take 10 years to get foundation. They take time. The majority of business, it was at 33% fell in the first year.
Yeah.
50% fell in 3. So thinking that you can just, from your computer at home, create a multi-million-dollar profitable business by downloading a course that costs you $100 is ludicrous.
It's crazy.
But people still do it.
Yeah.
And still think that it's going to work. And it's not that some people don't, this is not about tarnishing your dreams and saying don't start a business. It's a fantastic venture, and it's an incredible journey to be on. And I'm so thankful and blessed to be in the position that I'm in and working in the business that we've built.
But it wasn't an overnight success.
But it was not an overnight success.
No,
it took a lot of time, a lot of hours.
Still does for you.
Yeah. I do get to see my family.
Yeah.
But it's still a lot of time. It's still a lot of hours.
Yeah.
But that preconceived notion that you can just start up. I'm going to go on a tangent here because I was talking to Jody as well, the other director of the business this morning, and we were talking about there's a lot of other businesses that are starting to fire up as well. And You know, whether it's, there's like seasonal trends. There's seasonal trends of industries.
Yeah.
One that's recent to the Australian market is the property buyers.
Yes.
Property buyers have become a new trend. I say trend of a business, no disrespect to property buyers. There is a job, there's a requirement for them. But you see these trends of industries.
Yeah.
We went through one a couple of years back, which was pest control.
Yeah.
And then
social media as well, specific agencies or freelancers popping up. Probably like 3 years ago, there was a lot of them around.
Exactly. Yeah. And it goes through these seasonal trends. And again, no disrespect, this is not that these industries aren't required, but it's like seasonal trends based on the ability to be able to get in and get a quick buck.
Yeah.
And they ebb and flow, and business does take grit, grind, consistency.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I always think is important to have at that front and center in your mind when you're going into business. Look at it long term.
Yeah.
Look at driving the business long term. Look at investing and seeding into, as opposed to just how can I start a business to create a quick buck overnight.
Yeah, because you've got to be motivated. You've got to be motivated and go through the hard times.
Yeah.
Like my dad owned a business for 27 years and worked day in, day out, hard all the time. And it's hard work, but worth it. But it's, nowhere near an overnight success.
No.
And I think, a lot of people, I think what I've seen on social media is that these businesses or people that are promoting this like get a quick buck marketing strategy is like, they're posting their flashy cars and their flashy stuff and their because everyone wants that. That's everyone's dream.
They're selling the dream.
And then they're like, you can be the same. Buy my course. And
buy my course. Exactly.
It's targeting people that aren't necessarily super business savvy, but maybe a little bit lazy.
It's not that,
I don't know.
My thought is that I'm not saying that these courses also don't have substance, because it may be that this course gives you the motivation to do what you're looking to do, and then it makes you do that. And that's great. Sometimes it just takes that buy-in.
Yeah.
Skin in the game is an important thing, right?
Yeah.
It's about that concept of when you buy into something, you have skin in the game, and then you're more committed to do.
Yeah.
Whereas if it takes nothing, you've sacrificed nothing to obtain, which generally means that you'll give it less.
Yeah.
So, it's the idea of if you're given a car versus buying a car,
completely different.
You'll look after the car differently.
Because
you've invested, you've seeded into it.
Just don't look at my car.
Just don't look at your car. You bought your car.
I bought my car. You know what I did actually? This is a tangent.
Go for it.
You know my car park?
Yes, you have a car park.
That you used to have?
Yep.
With that wall?
Did you go into the wall?
Yep.
So when you buy a car, you're supposed to look after your car.
And
you can clip that for a short later. Annabelle crashed into a wall with her car. Thousands of people are going to see that. Watch Annabelle on the roads. So, that's the buy-in. I've always had this idea of, focusing as well. You focus on something, you focus on what you get. You get that same idea of when you get these startup businesses or these concepts of people starting lots of businesses as well. It's not only that people are investing in these courses or investing in something that's going to be a quick buck, but they'll often do it multiple times. So they'll end up going, I own like 5 businesses, or they're doing 5 different ventures simultaneously. It's like, invest strongly in one, focus in one, see it through, and actually give one thing your all, as opposed to trying to do everything poorly.
Yeah. Spread yourself too thin. Yeah.
That's my vent for the day.
No, interesting.
Yeah, okay. That's all I've got. I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for our next episode.